Ready? One, two, three, four. If I were a fish and you caught me, you'd say, look at that fish, shimmering in the sun. Such a rare one, can't believe that you caught one. If I were a fish and you caught me, you'd say, look at that fish, heaviest in the sea. You'd win first prize if you caught me. Why is everybody on the internet so mean? Why is everybody so afraid of what they've never seen? If I was scrolling through and I saw me flopping around and singing my song, I'd say, damn, they're cute and sing along. If I were a rock, you would pick me up and say, that's a nice rock, skippiest on the lake. Plop, 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 I'm the perfect shape. And if I were a sock, you would put me on and say, that's a nice sock, happiest as a pear. I found you, now I'm not scared. Why is everybody on the internet so mean? Why is everybody so afraid of what they've never seen? If I was strolling through and I saw me flopping around and singing my song, I'd say, damn, they're cute and sing along. How lucky are we? Of all the fish in the sea, you get to be you, and I get to be me. Just let 'em be me. We're as free as can be, to be the youest of you, and the meest of me. If I were a fish, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. If I were a fish, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. If I were a fish, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. If I were a fish, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. This is the funnest thing I've ever done in my life. Yeah!
Hello, everybody. Welcome on back. It feels like it's been an age. Maybe has been. Yeah. I should probably actually flip this over to the RC. Whoop. Something's gone wrong with the Fugatech server. Please hold while I try to fix it. See the Discord for details. What? Why is that a thing? Huh. Okay, well, let me find my mouse. And, I am a mountain. Yo, okay. I just disabled that for now. Apparently, Fugatech is having a couple of problems. Not dealing with that right now. Anyways, yeah, we have a stream to do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And as the title of the stream kind of suggests, I might be getting a poison dart frog. And I think I've actually settled on this style too, because look at them. They're just little fucking, they're just like, you know, puppy dogs. Oh, it's a fucking Yveltal. Well, look at that. Let me try and throw a ball for that too. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be some time before I actually, you know, like get it and everything, because I need to make sure the vivarium is such as good for him. But yeah. Well, don't worry, Antimo, you caught the burb. You caught the burb that like is the representation of death or something. All right, so what are we doing today? Well, today I have my commissions open, but I'm going to try and catch up with all the stuff on the queue. I have 5 15-minute paintings to do, and on average I can do 3 of them in a hour, so we should be able to get through all this pretty easily, and then I'll just kind of like doodle or something after that. So yeah, fitting for November. What's fitting for November? Oh, the Bird of Death, duh. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I can see that. But yeah, literally before the stream went live, before I start on this, I kind of just want to talk about this because it's kind of funny to me. Before this stream went live, I was on Craigslist just searching up aquariums and such. And one thing that's annoying with Craigslist is it doesn't always list everything. So you have to like kind of always shift where you're searching just a little bit. And then it's like, oh yeah, here's a bunch of new stuff that wasn't there before. And a fucking vivarium came up that was, had all like the substrate and everything in it, fully planted, fully set up, had a misting system installed in it, and it was a bigger tank than the stuff I was looking at otherwise, and it was actually vivarium opened up on the front rather than just an aquarium where it's just like, you know, a solid glass box. I was like, oh cool, that's literally everything I was looking for, like almost everything I was looking for in like one thing. And turns out the dude got everything to get a lizard. Just every single piece to get a lizard. And then just didn't get a lizard. So he's selling the tank that's like fully ready to go for a lizard. And I was like, I'll buy it off you, dude. So I'm going over to there after today's stream to go and get me a lizard tank. No, I'm not getting a lizard. I'm getting poison frogs, but you know. I think like I don't think it's an odd deal. I think it's actually probably good that he didn't. Like, unfortunate that he got all this stuff ready, and it's a planted tank. That's most people who are getting a tank pet for the first time don't get like plants for it. They get artificial plants and a lot of hides. So it's like fully planted with real plants. It's like the person genuinely cared, but if they're uncertain, I think it's better that they don't, right? Like, this is someone who probably, if they end up getting one in the future, will definitely take good care of it. But, you know, cold feet can possibly lead to not a great experience for the animal. So I think it's, you know, a fair, responsible thing to get ready to and then decide not to. Obviously, I'm benefiting from it, so I'm biased. Totally not biased. All right, so let's... Cold feet leads to cold feet. Cold feet lead to cold feet. Yeah. Fucking... No, that's not what that saying is at all. Huh. I've been looking up a lot of Dart Frog stuff recently. Yeah, even though this tank is like fully planted and everything, I'm probably going to have to remove all the substrate and replace it with other stuff. I'm going to try and keep as many of the plants alive as possible, obviously, but I might even get like another plant to put in there. It's like, hold on, I'll actually pull up the photo of this thing because it's actually kind of well planted. Like, genuinely, this person cared a lot. Like, they cared a lot to try and, like, you know, make this look as nice as they reasonably can. Here. It's like, look at this bitch. And it's a, I think, 26-gallon tank. So it's like, it's bigger than what I was looking for otherwise. Like, kind of the minimum size I was looking for. It's bigger than that. Like, the mesh on top is kind of destroyed. But that's kind of okay because I'm going to be putting panels of glass up here. So that's not really any loss. But, like, look at that. It's like a full fucking... It's a full fucking, like, thing. I'm kind of tempted to try and put a fucking water feature in because I'm extra like that. And I think it'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I kind of want to get rid of these vines. I'd live there. I know, genuinely, I'd live here. Like, give me a little fucking house in the back here. I'll just be happy. Yeah, get a little Tio in there. Like, spiders and tarantulas are really, really good pets. They are one of the easiest to care for tank pets you could ever ask for. So, I don't plan on getting one anytime soon, but I'm not saying that it's impossible. I don't. But yeah, I'm probably going to get rid of this guy. It's just too... I don't want that vining plant in there. It's kind of annoying to trim, and it's going to eventually, like, you know, grow like this everywhere. So that guy's going to be removed. So I'm probably going to put, like, one of those things that just has, like, all the big bowls in it in the back here. And then maybe, like, try for one up here, too. And that's about it. No me, Lion, and Tahir. The one thing that I am uncertain about this tank is I don't know what the fuck this is. Like, I don't know what the sprayer system they used is, because this brand of tank, because this is a specific brand that makes this style, like mixed with all the hinges and such. They have a system that you can put into their stuff for the sprayers. The problem is that as far as I'm aware, it's a suction cup that goes on the side. So I don't know what this is, but I'll just fucking find out. So yeah, I'll be starting the process of getting a fucking dart frog, or 3 dart frogs, because that tank size can support 3, and I think that would probably be a better number to have. And see. Okay, I see. Chameleon lived there. Chameleon needs vertical, not wide. Spider need wide, not vertical. It's a wide, so it gets spider, not chameleon. Put it on side. That wouldn't work for the doors, because the doors, like, open like this. So if you put it on its side, it's gonna like chunk, and just like the bottom's gonna open up constantly. Oh, that'd be awful. Sorry, it's just like gunk inside the corner of my eye. No, it's fine. Okay, well, if you say it's fine. I'm gonna start my 15-minute timer. Oh, let me... That's not where that mouse is. That's where that mouse is. I got a new mouse, and it's driving me insane. I'm giving it like a week, but it's driving me insane. I decided to try a vertical mouse. Here, let me actually pull it up on stream. I got a vertical mouse because I noticed that the wrist position that I was at constantly is a pain in the ass. So I was like, I'll try this out, right? I got a kind of cheaper one just to see. What the fuck is that? It's a vertical mouse. It's a mouse you hold sideways rather than vertically. It's not a very expensive one, so I'm not trying to pass judgment on it being a fucking kind of cheap feeling mouse. But what's funny was that they were all saying that this is like, oh, it's so heavy, it's super frustrating. Like, this specific model is like, it's such a heavy mouse, it's not going to be replacing, like, your main mouse anytime soon, stuff like that. I'm like, this mouse is like a third lighter than my normal mouse. I made my mouse so freaking heavy. I've one that's between vertical and horizontal, kind of handle vertical. That's why I'm giving this thing a week. I'm giving it a chance. I'm giving it a chance before I give up on it. It's why I didn't get a very expensive one. It's just, if I can get used to the hand position, I'll be fine with it. But I'll be honest though, I want this on my main mouse. I want like a fucking wrist pad on my main mouse. Can I please have just like a wrist pad just attached to this? Because I drag my wrist across my mouse pad constantly. So it's like, I want that. Give me mouse pad. Give me mouse pad. Give me wrist pad thing. Or 404, or if you drag computer in your chat, please reboot the program, receive death from Kudos overload. Well, okay, I guess we gotta restart stream. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, y'all. I mean, it's just the fucking rule. I don't want to die, so. Anyways. All right. I'm going to start my 15-minute timer, and we're going to do an entire digital painting in 15 minutes. Because I have 5 of these owed, and there's no way we're getting through... There's no way that these are going to take the whole stream, so let's just see what the heck we get up to. I'm not going to be super strict about making these things, like, constantly. Folks not following. I have no idea if you weren't following, but welcome to following. Hope you're having a lovely day. Still doing these? No, these are actually owed from a fundraiser event that I gave art away for a while ago. October was kind of a rough month. October is always a rough month. So I gave these away at like the end of September. And then October happened and I'm like, I can't do anything. I kind of like this just casual blep vibe. It somehow takes 6 hours. Oh no. What is this, that Destiny commission? Which I've scheduled that Destiny commission to be posted. I finally scheduled it. I have to finish the description on it, but I scheduled it and I'm like, I'm fucking going to have this thing posted finally. It has been in the freaking like queue to be uploaded for literally months. Everyone came back in a clown car. Oh no. And he's up there too. Yeah, no, don't worry. Especially, you know, if you're not used to kind of what I end up doing a lot of time, or you're kind of newer around here. It's like it's gonna seem weird that I did an event where I was doing these and then I immediately start doing more of them. It's like, no. Yeah, you know, it's fair to not fully get what the deal is with them. You know, these are pretty much my default whenever I do like any type of giveaways or whatnot. It's 15-minute paintings. We're gonna trim down this floof just a smidge. Mix up a little bit. Okay. So let's get started. Direction layer gradient map. Would be a good color for this. You know what? I think this one will actually look pretty good here. These minorities are the cursed being. Not this time. Also, you would be surprised. I tend to like do really well with really complex characters. Help, cold. I'm so sorry, bun. Okay, I cannot help yet. When the fuck are you gonna visit? Just be like me and never post art. I'm trying to get better at posting art. Like, you know, last couple of months have been, I've not been very good about it. That's why I have the Posty Burb systems, because I just, you know, want to be able to just, hey, I have some energy to do a little bit of like, you know, uploading work. All right, I'll just schedule like 5. So that way I don't spam anyone with posts. And they'll get posted. Is that not interesting how you did those? Ah, fair. Paintings are also kind of a weird thing where the more complex a character, the better it turns out. Because I can insinuate, like, I can make a lot more elements of it insinuate stuffs rather than being like, directly, this is what this should look like, ergo it should look like this. Absolutely random. I feel like I've done... Oh gosh, I feel like it's going to be hard. You're going to be hard pressed to make it feel like super out there to me. Like, I'll probably look at it and go like, oh, that's freaking cool, rather than like, oh, that's odd or random. I don't know. I guess I'll find out in the future at some point, huh? If you can send me that brush, I want to try it. Remind me in 10 minutes. Remember, this brush works best erasing. It does not work best when you are drawing it, like when you're applying color. This is to be used with the transparency and erasing a black layer.
10 minutes.
Whatever layer.
Got that sketch yet?
It doesn't apply color as well as it removes it. So, furry femboy Waldo from Where's Waldo? Because someone brought up Waldo during a Aggie stream. Well, damn. I could see that actually kind of working though. Now let's apply some more of this better color. Here's, enjoy your Wobbuffet, everyone. Dingo's a splink. And just trying to make sure that the light cast from this lower section is like still feeling all right. And you know, it's just, it looks like it's actually being cast from that direction. $666 channel points cursed now. We're gonna give it 5 minutes. $69.69. Well, then you can trigger the horny redeem. Horny jail, I mean. I think that's it. That was the name of it. I think it's horny jail. Which I actually need to poke that dev team real quick after I'm done with this art. That actually might be something I have to poke after the stream, just so I can properly, like, think through what the heck I need to post about. All right, let's get these eyes in. Let's not do the upper eyebrow section on this one. And fill in the intersection with the pupil. We do the highlighting reverse from the light source for the inner eye. And the other eye now. This one is kind of a weird one for the shading, so we're actually going to kind of apply a little bit up at the top, because it's really, the light source kind of is coming up like this. So we're really going to be seeing it up at the top here. In fact, you might see just a smidge right there, maybe. Don't know. All right, let's get rid of the sketch. And let's kind of just refine everything down for 5 minutes.
You got 5 minutes, Zay.
I just saw. So I called out 5 minutes. Yeah, because like with the SketchUp, it's a lot harder to get like the nice crisp edges just because you don't really notice that they aren't nice and crisp yet. You have 5 minutes, Zay. Yeah, I know. Every time I have Win say anything, it just reminds me how much I really want to convert Win into the 4.0 system. It's just like, ugh. I haven't even looked at the DugDug code yet I haven't looked to see if he even has the code for that available at all, to see if that's something I could even feasibly do, or if I'll have to learn how to do all that shit. Imagine if we just have like a whole stream where it's like, all right, learning the Python code so I can make Win yell at me. That's on brand for me, actually. That's very much on brand for me. It's not like we've done entire Win streams in the past just to kind of program weird stuffs like that. Yeah, head to vote. Don't let me forget to send you brush. Okay. I think you mean the code for up, Doug. Yeah, no, that's definitely what I'm talking about. God, that has gotten so freaking silly over the years since having it. Bring this up just a little bit more. And apply the eye glows. It's all about the little details, only where it's needed. Because a couple of lines here or there suddenly makes you go, oh yeah, no, that's just a bunch of floof, isn't it?
One minute left.
Okay. Remember yourself. Literally couldn't even wait a minute to try and remind me.
Finish it quick.
I am.
Done. Put down the pen.
All right. And one is done. Heyo. All right, let me get this over to you, Bun. So many people have asked me for this brush that I actually just have it on my desktop just so I can drop it to people. There you go. You have it. All right. All right, let's put the signature on it. And 1 out of 5 completed. Wiggly mushroom. Yee. It's a oh my gosh, it's a not ink cap. Shaggy mane, that's it. Ink cap is semi-related, but it's not an ink cap. All right, that's saved. Let me actually get this over to them. Wait. I have to double check if I send that to them or if I send that to someone else, just because I don't remember if that's part of a fundraiser event where it's like sent to someone else. Just have to put my phone on stand, get it on my pocket. Don't feel like it's going constantly. Yeah, I'm going to look on that real quick. Anyways. All right, so we have one done. Right, yeah, so this is one that, no, this was an event that I was doing, so that means that I can send it over to them. Okay, okay. Had to remember. Right, and then we have Mao. Oh, what? Jaxie the Otki. Otter Corgi? And please tell me it's long and fluffy. Like, just fluffy noodle creature. Please tell me that I'm completely correct. Anyways, thank you so much for the follow. I'm just sending off the other painting to Mark real quick. I see a Corgi and a Sea Otter hybrid. Yes, to go after. Hold on 1 second. Let me send this over to Mark. Laundry dunk, thank brush. You're welcome. Oh, okay, that is absolutely adorable. That is absolutely heckin' adorable. Well, thank you for coming on by. Thank you so much for the follow, too. Yeah, right now we are working through 15-minute digital paintings. Yay. Pink. Pink. Hank. Posting up the other... Why don't... I'm just going to keep this other one up just while I'm literally, like, posting it to the Discord and such. All right. Now, we do another 15 minutes and we have to draw up a Mao. I do laundry and with so many hairballs on the washer and her clothes. Same for me. No, that's constant for me. It's like whenever I fold my clothes and everything, I have to keep a trash can next to me. It's like, all right, here's another hairball. Here's another hairball. What am I, a cat? Here's another hairball. Hello, hello. Just hair everywhere. Yeah. Yep. It's just out of existence. It's just hair everywhere, I guess. Have to keep the whiskers. That's important. Meganadel. Kind of a legendary. These bald gremlin cat. Woe is me. Be the change you want to see in the world. How darkness is a corgi barking, how chirping. And I do kind of apologize. The 15-minute paintings, it's a little bit harder for me to reply to chat or to see chat all the time. Like for paintings that I'm very confident that I can do a decent job at, I tend to be able to read a bit more. But sometimes it's like, oh, I'm focusing down. Hold on. So if I am bad at replying sometimes, that's my excuse. There we go. Okay, I kind of want this to have this like energy of like leaning backwards type of vibe. I just kind of want just like an energy to it, you know? All right, I just drag this up a little bit so we have a little more height. And get to painting. New correction layer, gradient map. I'm thinking like a nice purple. Let's see how this feels. Does that apply? Hold on. Did I even apply that? No, that did not apply that color. Come on. There we go. I have to like tap it like 14 times sometimes. Yeah. Heard the cat. Yeah, Varash is right behind me. And she just shook a little bit. We're getting a new look and out-of-body corgi features plus stuffy fluffy tail of both one day. Be the change you want to see. Wish you all the luck with finding all the amazing otter and corgi bits and bobs. Okay, this, or we're gonna go with a very light color. Kind of want to see if this gets like the right general energy that I want. It's either going to be this or it's going to be like one of the really sunshine ones. Okay, block out some color. I want the character to be actually kind of bright. No, I think this is going to look just fine. I'm still going to doubt myself the whole time, but you know, I think this is going to look just fine. Basically, you can choose a Pokemon. I think oh no, it's to choose shinies. You can't choose legendaries. Oh. Just because you can choose it doesn't mean that's not classified as legendary. Trust the process. What process? The process is slapping color down.
10 minutes.
See?
Got that sketch yet?
Yeah, I do win. Heterochromia is a trait that I see kind of often in Anther characters. It's always nifty. I don't think I've actually made a heterochromatic character thinking about it. Oh, speaking of Pokemon, here's the Pokemon soundtrack, their audio music. And no one got the Naganadel. Not this time. The snoot is dark. It's dark, and let's just kind of give it some general highlights. On the Fitz Team Rockets, Seviper. Yep. Yep. I actually tried using Seviper in a playthrough recently, and it got replaced. I never used it because it always seemed like not quite worth using. And it's like, all right, you know what? This is like a team of Pokemon that I don't really have any excuse to use. Otherwise, let's just slap Seviper in this. Seviper did not stay. Very disappointed in that snake. Its rival Zangoose has done so much better. I got started the eyes and then I just did not finish them. I got distracted by more of the face. Can use black and green. Oh, sorry. It's a longer message, so I'm just not even gonna continue reading that one. So think about character with heterochromia. Kind of darker on the underside of the hair. And less time than I would like to have right now.
You got 5 minutes, Zay.
Yeah, would like to have more than that. We'll see how this goes. let's remove the sketchy sketch. I'm just gonna continue on with this because I have to try and make this work without the sketch from here on out. Let's actually brighten up right here. Just kind of like brighten up the head where it's closer to the light source. Unicorn horn. Try and get this patterning in on the side of the face. That just looks like fluff. All right, doing that later. Other more important things. Now I am definitely in, let's see how much I can get done. Sorry, I cannot even keep up with chat mode. Yep. Don't go moving everything, Zach. Sorry, like genuinely, I do feel kind of bad that I'm just completely silent, but sometimes I just have to super focus in. So I got 2 minutes. I have black around the eyes. And just waiting for
1 minute left.
waiting for that exact thing.
Finish it quick.
Trying to. It's like all fluff.
Done. Put down the pen.
All right. I think that still looks pretty good. Huh. We're gonna fix the rockets. Need them on for the cosplay. Make a character who's black and red wolf that are currently a scarf on one eye and fitting wings. I knew someone who, unironically, the character was that. There's someone that like I knew personally, unfortunately, who was so insistent that their character was different and unique that the first thing they did when describing the character when they found out I was a furry artist was there's like, oh yeah, try like, you know, here's the character's here's how the character's name is written out. Can you try and pronounce that? I was like, why is that something you're proud of? It's like, what? It was like a nonsense word. And yeah, let's make that full opacity because it's a little harder to see on this background. All right, and we have a Mao. Once your time to leave, don't die or something. I'll try my best. Hey everyone, now that like, you know, future wife is gone, should I go eat a poison dart frog? Oh, you don't have to eat them, you just touch them. Hold on, I take that back. I'm not gonna eat a poison dart frog. Yes, no. I'm not hurting a poison dart frog like that. All right, sending over this arts to Jefferson. Okay, bye. And posting this up to the Discord. All right. That is 2 done. We have 2 for Seb. For Sebastian. Both are Durgans. Let's get one out of the way. Maverick. Look at that. Handsome Durg. I feel like we're going to be using a red color palette for this one. I just feel it. You know what? Actually, I'm going to real quick develop a color palette. Like, honestly, I'm going to real quick develop one. It's a really bright. I think this one's a better. Yeah, I think it's a little bit better. I want one that kind of has a stone vibe to it. So like, you know, we do like a little bit of like a purple black at the bottom. They like blues and such. Kind of stay in dark gray for a little while. Okay, so we have that tone, but I don't want it to remain that blue. So we're gonna cut back. Ooh, that's getting kind of there. I need this one to be darker. Sorry, you can't really see the menu that I'm looking at. Honestly, it's not even that good looking of a menu. You're not missing much. You're not missing much. Okay, kind of stay in gray for a little while. Part of me kind of wants to make the highest color. Maybe we could do like a type of brown. It's like just so it can never get fully bright, maybe, or even only gets fully bright if like you really push it. That is kind of a stone vibe. It's a very nice, chill gray. It's not quite stone to me, but you know, it's a nice gray. It's got more going on to it than just it gray. Yeah, see, that's way too blue. See, and that's too warm of a tone. We want cool tones. Maybe like a green for that might. Not quite there. It's a very interesting gradient, honestly. I do kind of dig this. It's just needs something to just like zhuzh it up a little bit. I think I know what actually that is. Hold on. I'm just gonna real quick experiment on this. I'm not actually adding. I'm not like modifying it. Yeah, no, that actually kind of saves it. Yeah, no, I think that's totally viable of a color. All right, we're gonna save this. What are we gonna save this color palette? Freaking Gargoyle. I'm gonna name it Gargoyle. Is that how I spell gargoyle? That is exactly how you spell gargoyle. Hells yeah. I knew it from the beginning. All right, and then we can delete these. Bring back the original color. There we go. All right, so now we have a color palette to work with. Let's get this thing going. Professional gradient map. So now we have that gradient map set up, but we're still going to do a sketch. So we're not going to see the gradient map come into play quite yet. Not quite as long of a snoot. And still that feels a little too long of a snoot. Because the head should be like this big. There's a bit more of a slopey forward thing to it. Why do I make him look so like thin? Probably because it's Feral's style, so I have to make the head a little bit thinner, pull that back. I have to sketch a little bit. We're going to be spending more time on the sketch than the previous one. I can already feel it. Curve these down more. Face comes down to like a little, almost like a beak. It's not a beak. Just comes down to a point. I can use words. All right. That transparent. Let's get to the painting. They just feel like a weird face shape, and I don't know what's going on with it and why it's looking like that on this, but whatever. Not much I can really do right now. Because that took almost a full 5 minutes, and I'm not a fan of that. I think I just gotta bring this back more, honestly. I can probably play around with this thing for a long time, trying to figure out what's going on. And I guess the character is kind of a more simple shape, so it's... This is gonna be one of those that I don't feel so confident in, because it's not a really complex character shape. Hooray! And I have another Dirg to do too. Bring the neck back more like that. Hopefully that'll help.
Ten minutes. Got that sketch
I did a
yet?
lot in 1 minute. Okay. God, this is gonna be a really annoying painting. Like, mostly for mostly because my own fault. Let's actually adjust this now. Let's make the snoot come in more from the side. Okay, sooner we can get to the stage where I remove the sketch, the better, I think. Brain is going a mile a minute. And how's chat? Anyone have any weekend plans? Birthday on Sunday? Hey! Well, happy early birthday. Yeah, it's not going to be streaming that day, so I can't wish you happy birthday then. Got anything planned at all? Or is it just gonna kind of chill? And just kind of, you know, PTO for the day. I'm finishing a Gundam model kit. Ooh. How much of it do you have done so far? See what happens. I want to do something. Might get together on VR chat or something. You know, VR chat, great platform for stuff like that. It's like, I hope you're able to do stuff, give yourself a good day. Torso on one of the arms so far. Okay, so, you know, you just started on it. You got some decent progress at least. Plenty more to go, though. Okay, bring back the sketch so I can see where I put the eyes. Looking at the camera. Okay, we clean this up. So we got about 5 minutes. Plenty of time to feel like it's not enough time. Let's go. I kind of want the expression to be more like okay rather than angy.
You got 5 minutes, Zay.
It's angy then. It's angy now. Or at least incredulous because one of the eyes is, the other eye is kind of raised. There's actually not too many spikes on the top of the head. It's kind of super spiky going down the side of the head though, and the back. Okay, redefine this newt a smidge. This really looks so bizarre without any of this on here, so we're just going to kind of jam it in.
Stretch your wrist, Zay.
Stretch it after I'm done with this art. We're on a timer. Howdy, mask. Stretch your timer, Zay. Oh, I don't have the ability to extend the timer. I did not program in a pause. Yeah, you've awoken and still tired. Well, welcome to the world of the of the waked. I don't know what I was trying to say there. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, so we go really hard on all this, then we erase away a lot of it. I just want less like texture. Remove it from the eyes entirely. Then we reduce down the strength of it. It's like it's such like a free just boost in the vibe. Can't use it too much and all the time or not, but it just does so much. Yeah, I'll search after this art, then all that jazz. So yeah, go do your morning stuffs. Like, cuddle Grover. Get yourself some food. If you haven't already. Minute left. Actually, if I use the right tool, please. That's a Sneasel.
1 minute left.
Crobat. Dang it. The Sesame Street character? Yeah. Mask actually has the Sesame Street character, Grover.
Finish it quick.
Yeah, I need to do the eyeshadow on the other eye. Add in some more texture.
Done. Put down the pen.
All right. All right, good enough. No dream last night. You had a Tio button. You pressed it, a timer appeared saying, "Time till Tio hugs you. You will be hugged." Oh god, that should be really easy to implement because then all it does is just trigger a random, like a random person in chat and hugs them. That would be actually very easy to implement. That sounds adorable. Grover's acting like the Sesame Street character this morning. Ah, Grover being a little Grover. Saving this. Save as. It's over to the person. Oh, Gook, congrats on your first Pokemon. Wait, Crobat, that's a, you know what? That's a pretty good first Pokemon. Why, hello there. How do you be? What have you been up to? I'm speed painting. Grover. You, beg for a treat. There you go, Mask. Did you favor. Great idea, D&D adventure. Also making work phone calls. I know the feeling. Like, just making work phone calls, I guess I should say. Not really editing a D&D adventure. Tiny things are tough. He has a red eye. I know they told me, like, sorry, it's like this person just told me that they have red eyes. It's like, it's a monocolor thing. I can make the whole thing red. I guess they just didn't fully realize. Like, I can... I'll talk to them about it real quick. Hold on. How are you supposed to know? I mean, if you... Okay, you just showed up in chat. Awesome. I can change it. Like, genuinely, the nice thing about these is literally it's as easy as... One second. I'd be changing the whole thing. And when I say monocolor, I more mean that, like, it's got... I have, like, one color set I apply to the whole thing. But, like... I have a lot of colors. If you want, I can make it, like, a red color that'll work really well. Not that one. Like, that might work. Right? As monocolor. Your phone looked up, fell back asleep. Yeah, it sounds like he's looking for a treat. Look at your virtual boy. I could. Like, actually, virtual boy is in the cards. Gosh, how would I... Hold on. I think I actually can do that real quick. Make this like a really bright red. That down, and let's adjust the mixing curve rate. So it's not nearly as subtle of a transition. It has to have some type of subtlety to it. There you go, Virtual Boy. It's very Virtual Boy vibes, at least. I feel like it needs to stay black for longer. And then we just give it a tiny little peek at the very end of the color. Again, y'all can't see the color rate that I'm mixing right now. But I just want to give it just a little bit of a, like, yeah, there's some brightness at the very end of it. There we go. Yeah, now we're gaming. Hi, Lily. I'm actually going to say this is Virtual Boy. I think that's actually kind of a funny color palette. I think that could actually be used. No lie, I could see myself using that color palette in the future. But yeah, Seb, if you want, I can totally change that out to a different one. Here. I was saying this one probably would work pretty well. It's like, slightly adjust this. Nope. Nope. Heck. Oh my gosh. Let me do that again. It just so it doesn't feel like it's a gray thing. It's like, what's funny is that gray actually that I made was a, I actually like made it for this one, but like it's also kind of plain, so you know, it's fair. Get that, and we turn this into a red instead. Just because then it gets that, you know, yeah, the eyes won't be red, but that's a very noteworthy color on the character, ergo. There you go. Shift to a slight gray purple. Like on a shift to a slight gray purple. Like the original one shifts to a slight gray purple, or this shifts to a slight gray, like this shifts into a slight gray purple or something. So I guess what I should say, just so it's clear as well, this is actually a black and white piece. And what we're doing is we're changing the colors based on how bright it is too. All right, the original, easily done. So yeah, it's a whole thing. So like, here's the thing that we have currently, and easily done. actually make that a little bit more noticeable. And honestly, normally I wouldn't even go through like changing stuffs, but I have 5 15-minute paintings to do in a like 5-hour stream. So it's like, I can make some adjustments this time. How's that feeling for you? Magic siblings. This feels Miles. So I'm gonna say that's a good thing. This next one is absolutely gonna use the Virtual Boy, by the way. Oh wait, no, the next one up is actually your other character. Yeah, I'm letting you guys say if that's good or not. All right, and we'll find a pretty nice color for this one. That is his brother. Okay, I don't know if this is like, you know, a friend of yours or something. So, all right, let me update this and send this over to you. Yep, only so much I can do in 15 minutes. Sorry that you know, you thought there's gonna be more color to it. And to be fair, a lot of them look like, you know, they have a lot more color to them. But yeah, it's just a gradient I apply the whole thing. So it's hard. It's almost impossible to pick out a specific spot and say that has to be a different color. Like that actually ends up taking a lot of time. All right, so you know what, actually, just because I can, let's actually find a gradient map now. So let me tell you about the virtues of the Virtual Boy, all right? Like, it might be worth considering Virtual Boy color palette. Yeah, we find a color that has a mood. That's what we aim for. Okay, that's actually kind of fun for this. Obviously, you know, it won't be that character perfectly matched over. It's gonna be, I guess, kind of a good example. It's gonna be like that. So like the really bright spots are gonna be like this color, and then the really dark spots are going down into a purple. I think that's kind of fun. It's nice, happy-go-lucky type of vibe. Super dramatic. Yeah, I dig that. Fill that in, and let's start up the 15-minute timer. We have Durg! Durg to paint. Like when you look at a light for too long and leaves an after image. Could use the giant Sperman case gnarly and suggest your color palettes. Whoa, PG-13 stream, mate. Wow. Wow, you think you know a Magwitch. Also, for the record, normally I don't. This is from the PG-13 movie. Shoot, I think you're actually right. He's only used F words one time per stream, though. Well, let's not save this VOD then. Better make it blank count. Wait, no, the most unused button on my mixer. Better make can count. There we go. Wow, such bleep vulgarity was an episode of Osborne circa 2001. That is before my time. It, mostly because I just didn't watch anything for so long. Let you know when the Osbournes aired. Can you make another arrow but points to me and it's just like doesn't know what Osbournes is? Okay, thanks. All right, and let's get to the painting. He says, resizing it again. Bro showed Ozzy Osbourne's family and essentially the joke of the time, which every other word said was believed. Huh. Well, it explains the name. I appreciate explaining the joke because I was lost. Yeah, like I just, at a certain point, never watched any TV or movies or nothing, so hooray, I know references and get jokes. Cultural relics. Honestly, I appreciate it though, because I don't know these cultural relics. It's nice to go to a museum sometimes and be like, look at what I didn't experience. Except this time, I'm actually around to have experienced them. It's like the time that the entire first Pokemon, like the entire set of the first Pokemon cards was at an antique roadshow. It's like, oh, I was around for that. Huh. The museum exhibit of Ozzy Osbourne swearing. There's so many bizarre museums out there. Ever seen that happen? She's how you made me feel. You're welcome. Gotta speed run that hairline. Fast you give up and go for a shave, like bald-headed look, the better. God, it make it even worse that Pokemon collection actually ended up on the like that was a while ago too. That wasn't even a recent
10 minutes.
thing.
Got that sketch yet?
Yeah, when I'm working on it. Joke's on her. Sketch start done. Like a hair bell curve for you. It's just doing its own thing. It's a dog. Look at that Pokemon. So what's a hair bell curve? Like, what is that? Does that mean you can actually put like a grade on it? It's like this side, you know, Fs, but then we have the middle of it. That's all the passing grades. These are the passing hairs. Take my Puchina. Tickle, tickle. It's a very serious doggo. You know, it's not even trying to giggle. Real shame. This dog doesn't know, like, any joys in life. Please, someone catch it. Teach it how to love. Teach it how to experience any type of joy. Foggles at Widow's Peak are passing the test, not just dying 60 years before they need to. There we go. See, that's thinking positively. Is the neighbor mowing his lawn again? I hear a mower going. The dude's crazy about his lawn. Oh yeah, shoot, I didn't talk about that. Yeah. So context, who doesn't know what the hell's going on with that. The neighbor next door was annoyed about my lawn. Like, granted, it was kind of a mess. I have a huge tree in my yard, and it's very easy for its leaves to become everyone's problems, right? Sometimes you didn't mow yours, exactly. And the dude was, kind of annoyed about it. He was annoyed that, like, we all have to pick up this person's leaves, all that jazz. And, like, I'm annoyed about it too. I've been trying to find someone to try and, like, be able to do the work since I'm not able to a lot of the times. So instead of, like, coming over and talking to me and voicing his concerns, he called my mother. He fucking called my mom and left a voicemail just being like, that boy, like, he doesn't take care of his yard. He's making it an eyesore and everything. It's, all the neighbors are so annoyed about it. Right. Fucking child. So, what I did was I did some yard work. I cleaned up the yard a bit. I mulched a bunch of the leaves, when I was able to. And then the next time I saw him out doing his yard, I went out, cleaned up the rest of it, and then talked to him. And the first things I freaking told him were, so, you can talk to me, right? He goes, yeah, of course. We're neighbors. We can talk to each other. I go, okay, great. So why'd you call my mother about my lawn? And his face is just was not prepared for any type of confrontation. It's like, guess what? I'm an adult. I'm going to fucking talk to you and you're going to be like this.
You got 5 minutes, Zay.
Yeah, well, I'm telling a story, Win. Chill. Yeah, it was a very interesting discussion with him. What's especially funny was he was asking about my roommates. Like, do you got, you have like, 2 roommates. And well, I have 3 actually. He goes, oh, well, don't really see them at all. What's their deal? And one works full time, walking down the street basically to their job. They work basically on the street. Another one is disabled on Social Security due to scoliosis and his spine being kind of permanently fucked. And the other one is trying to get a disability because they found out they have a terminal illness and they're basically exhausted all the time. So, none of them are really able to do the lawn work. And I work 40 to 60 a week generally. So I'm not exactly around to be able to do so either. And he goes, oh. And he was, he asked a couple other questions about stuff. I must be so pissed. My mom said, no one can make you rake the leaves. Right. Yeah, by the way, my mother contacted me about this. She was just like, hey, just thought I'd let you know this dude called me. It's like, I don't check my voicemail box for like a few weeks at a time. So this is like 2 weeks old at least. It's like, all right. Didn't even work anyways for him. It's like 2 more weeks of just the yard being a fucking mess. Because he couldn't be bothered to come over and say hi. But yeah, kind of continue on the conversation and everything. He goes, yeah, so I got like, I have like, he's a war vet. He was apparently, he's an older dude, kind of obviously from context clues here, right? He's a war vet. And he said, yeah, my knees were completely destroyed in the war. I worked destroyed in service. I worked as a plumber afterwards, and I was always leaning on this knee, and then I destroyed that knee too. So, both my knees are totally fucked, which is a relevant point because that one roommate who like walks to work all the time, his knees are completely destroyed just by fucking biology. His knees are fucked. That's something I told him as well. And yeah, so my knees are destroyed. And I have scoliosis too. So, I have trouble walking around unless I have like stuff to hold on to while I'm doing things. Like, oh cool, so you fully understand why my yard is kind of a mess all the time. Because the people who may have more time to do stuff physically can't. And the only reason you're able to do these things with similar conditions is because you have, I don't know, a massive riding lawnmower, not a job, and a lot more free time to like come and go and work on the things as you can. It's like, really just the whole discussion was me shutting him down. Since he's a war vet, time on military strategy to tattle the other side. Right! It makes all the sense now. Yeah, so he literally has two of the same issues that are affecting this household. It's like, yep, you better fucking understand. He also was trying to find out if, he also thought that we were an adult foster care home because I have so many disabled peoples in the home. And he doesn't understand what that word means, I guess. I didn't tell him we're trying to register as one, but I also told him that I'm not one because that's not his damn business. And I know that apparently the neighbors around here don't like foster care homes. They think that they lower the house value, which as someone who bought a house on this street, it didn't. So he's just like grumpy old neighbor
1 minute
guy.
left.
Yeah, nice coincidence. Yeah, I am hoping that that he kind of straightens up a bit and he, is willing to fucking talk to me if there's a problem. Because I don't want my problems to be everyone's problems. But I honestly don't think so. I think if he already has that habit, he's probably going to be annoyed that I went and talked to him rather than... Like, he's probably annoyed about the confrontation rather than happy that, he learned some type of anything on this and had a chat.
Finish it quick.
Stupid disabled people making homes less valuable. I know, right? How dare he be disabled and makes my home less valuable? Yeah, I know what you were saying, but I just, kind of a fucking ironic thing. A foster care home is literally just a well-kept home for people who are disabled. And then he's like, yeah, I'm disabled too, but fuck that. And he's on Social Security
Done.
too.
Put down the pen.
So it's like you literally are benefiting from like every single aspect of this too, and you're just annoyed about him. I don't get it. How quickly can Zay draw a hat? Answer is I can't. Yeah, and by the way, within 5 minutes of finishing the chat with him, like that, there's a lot more in that discussion too, which is great fun. But within 5 minutes of finishing chatting with him, I went to the neighbors on the other side, whose lawns are like about as like a little bit better kept than mine are, but they have a new kid, so it's like y'all don't have the most amount of time. I understand. Yeah, went over to their place, and I was like, hey, so I might be planting some trees along the tree edge. Do you think that, do you guys mind? They're going to be fruit trees. You can pick anything if you want, but like, I understand if you don't want to have fruit trees landing on the stuff. So, I want to be a responsible neighbor. They were like, yeah, no, that sounds great. Like, no issues with that whatsoever. I go, okay, sweet. It's like beginning, middle, end of discussion. They're getting fruit trees. Other neighbor is getting like, fuck all. So yeah. Oh, also I'm like 90% certain that his his wife's died too. Not the neighbors of the kid, the old dude. Because when we moved in, I absolutely met him and a woman at that house, and like they went to Sunday church together and everything and all that jazz. And in this last discussion, he's like, yeah, since I'm alone in the house now, I was like, I see why you care so much more about your lawn now. Like, oh no, he's just turning into grumpy old man. It's like, I feel bad about that, sure, but like, I don't know. It still feels like you can talk to me. I want to be a good neighbor, but I can't be a good neighbor when you're prick. Oh yeah, when I told him that I'm going to be replacing my lawn, his face dropped a bit. He was having a time with that one. All right, sounds like our parents use all the unemployment council housing programs, and the first thing that he did when he moved into the council house was call the council and he told them that while they live in the council house, they're not council house people. Hooray! Yeah. Kind of sad, but like love thy neighbor and all of that malarkey's old people prattle on about. Yeah, I don't know what his religious affiliations are, for what that's worth. Maybe his whole dogma his whole life has been fuck everyone. All right, sent you the second painting. His religious affiliation is lawns. Maybe. Just maybe. All right, and the last of the 15-minute paintings that I have. So can I interest you in the Virtual Boy color palette, Lily? I'm gonna leave that for a second. I gotta use the restroom. So yeah, be right back. Cat. Go away for dinner. Enjoy if you wish. Whatever you do is fine. Got it. You can do whatever you want with virtual and boy. Yeah. Alright, I'll let you sleep. Where's my headphones? There they are. When you want everyone to know your character is down from little Nestor's funky bowling. The Virtual Boy was a system. Like, it was an interesting thing to use, but yeah, it was a system. Trying to think. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to use the Virtual Boy one for this one, mostly because I feel like I have one that actually fits a lot better for the vibe we want. I swear I had one. Yeah, that should work. Oh, Dragon Queen Moretta. Hello, welcome on by. How was your stream? What were we up to? Tell me about yourself. If you need to raid and skedaddle because like tired after stream, then like feel free to, by the way. Because I get that. Alright. Should never release Pokemon game on the Virtual Boy though. Pokemon Really Red version. It's they'll just really have a remake later on. It's Pokemon Vibrant Red or something. I'll just add a modifier onto it. Where's my cursor? There it is. Alright. 15-minute timer. The last digital painting that I have on the list right now. Okay. Seb, go! Take care! Thank you for being understanding with the paintings as well, even if it wasn't exactly how you thought they were going to be. Damn, sorry about that again. Now go be Dirg. Everyone Slice, thanks for drawing in the first place. Hey. My pleasure. Actually, no. We're gonna do. Bring back that ear first. Oh, blep. Why not? This is overall actually kind of short hair. Just has like a couple of longer streaks that go down. If I can make this cursor the right size, that'd be great. We're done boarding. Go ahead and slap 4 shitty character headshots in there for an episode when I lost the video record because you clearly love doing free work, obviously. You say that. I just opened up my commissions for the first time in a month. Get wrecked. Oh shit, I just realized I do have something else I can work on. Oh fuck. I actually have a fucking, what is the word? 8-bit animation to work on. I have an 8-bit animation thing to work on for Friends Game. There is a thing on the queue. Yeah, sorry Mega. Another time maybe. Why'd you put a space in there? Where's Hentabo? Hentabo left with family to go pick up a dog, I think. Like they're, I don't know, left with like mom to pick up sister's dog or something. So they're off on an adventure for a little bit. There's a chance that tomorrow's stream might even be delayed a little bit. Who knows? We'll find out. What bits to get you to do an animation? You gotta up your rates. Listen, all right, October's a rough time for me. I gotta take what I can get. It's not even strictly an 8-bit. It's just like a, you know, bit-based animation. I don't know what the color range actually is. Like, I have the color range. I haven't checked if it. I think it'd be considered 16. God, 8 cents for an animation is like, it's just not gonna get one. Thinking about that, it's like, what can I even do for that? It's like, you're getting one pixel that moves. It's a pixel that moves left and right. Enjoy. Gotta up your gains there. Next time it does these to be Buff Shark. Kind of hard to do that when I just bought like way too much fucking candy. Gotta get through it. All right. Nerds candy corn waits for no man. Thanks for the Pong fan art. It just moves like one pixel to the left, one pixel to the right. Yeah, Pong. God,
10 minutes.
that'd be the
Got that
like the
sketch yet?
smallest game of Pong. That's a clever use of trying to use my animations against me. What's that? People. Get these eyes in. It's like, oh, feels weird streaming art again. It's like, oh shoot, I actually have to like talk. It's like what I have to say. I guess for a 15-minute painting, there's not much I can say other than either I'm focusing way too much or I don't focus at all on it, and I just ramble. Because it's not like I can say what I'm doing. I'm a great art streamer. I don't talk about the art I'm doing ever. Dark nose, a little bit of highlight just on it. Correcting some spots. And fill in the eyes, make this look decent. Okay, the eye, they're important. You have to see with those things. Last time we got 6 minutes. We can make do. Yeah, we get to the hair part where it's just kind of put in a lot of shapes and just to hope it kind of looks okay by the end. And not destroy the eye in its entirety while I'm going near it. You can probably actually remove the sketch by now. I need a little bit more detail on the back of the hair, actually. Just so I know what my shapes are. There we go. Grover will knock his pink monster in the bathroom. He's asking for it back. Varasha will do that all the time. Like, I'm in the bathroom. Like, Varasha actually at one point, she found out that she can reach underneath the bathroom door and grab like a rug in there and will try and pull it out. And she'll just kind of steal a rug from the bathroom whenever someone is in the bathroom. Or she'll, like, you know, lose a toy underneath the bathroom or something. So, oh, you gotta open the door, get the toy back out. It's like, no, you're not coming in here.
You got 5 minutes, Zay.
Plenty of time. To do what? Excellent question. Don't ask. To paint, I guess. Easy answer. Try harder once next time. Like occasionally looking over at the ref and being like, oh yeah, no, there's like colors there and there and there and there that I'm not even like acknowledging. Then remember that I have a very limited palette. It's hard to do a lot of color. Right, let's clean up the eyes because they kind of left their space a little bit somehow in development. So much of this is just cleaning up the mistakes I've made. At this stage, I should be specific. Pull this hair bit up. I think that'll look a little bit better. Then have this part that just kind of droops down. What time we got? 2 minutes on the dot. Again, that timer is actually not very accurate. I haven't bothered trying to make a new one yet. But it's close enough. If anything, it gives me a little bit more time, so that way the art looks a little bit better, I guess. So everyone benefits, except for my schedule. Slightly. Alright, let's go around and add in the little highlight spots.
One minute left.
On it.
Finish it quick.
Doing so. Timer should be up in just a couple of seconds here. It's gonna be Slurpuff is the Pokemon.
Done. Put down the pen.
All right, art's done. Jirachi, I was very close, for sure, definitely a Jirachi. Yeah, no, I was calling a Jirachi. Casually throws a Pokeball. All right, let's put the signature on this. There you go. Send this over to them. Where's this file? There it is. Oop. Here you go, Lily. Oh, and enjoy your Jirachi, I guess. Okay. Listening all around. Go enjoy yourself. What time is it right now? About 3 hours left in stream. On. I got tagged in a thing. I have to go look at it real quick. It's always 50-50 if it's like something really relevant or just like a meme post I think I'm gonna find funny. Okay, yep. Seeing who that is, 99% certain it is a meme post that I think I'm gonna find funny, so I'm not even gonna bother. Alright, so let me pull up the info for this thing. Let's actually open up that previous painting, the other animation I was working on, just so I have the comparison. Where the hell is this? There it is. It's a very cute one, yeah. Yeah, I dig it. So this is an animation. And did I make this the right size? Okay, so I did resize this up. Well, I don't remember exactly by how much I resized it. I think it's like 4 times or 8 times. I need to get the original resolution. This is immediately relevant. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's the smallest I can get. So I only resized it 4 times. Okay. So if we edit, change image resolution, we're going to bring this down by 0.25. Okay, what is this resolution now? Do this slightly different way. Literally, all I'm doing is just like grabbing this and just like, hey, look, we have a new thing now. Yay. All right, so same thing on verticality, maybe instead of a player move with the camera behind the player, press shift upwards and look forward towards the top of the mountain. Okay, yeah, no, that's gonna work really well. Okay, so this is the mountain tile map. You want your own black rectangle? It's open for commissions, yeah. Change the size of the canvas so I can see what I'm doing easier. Change the canvas a little bit more. And then adjust this background color to the right color because it was not the right color. There we go. Okay, so first things first, we need to kind of get the vague idea of what we're doing here. So this one is going to be featuring a lot of verticality in the map rather than a, like, you know, a horizontal animation like the previous one was, which I guess I should probably just hit play on this just so I can see what the hell I did. Yeah, so instead of this horizontal panning, we're going to be doing a vertical motion. And we can actually do it where it's like what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is it's a, turn this into the bit version. We actually have this like whole mountain kind of made already. And it's all going to be like, you know, in this vertical perspective. So it's this, you know, really daunting looking structure. And just like, you know, the character down at the bottom, like looking up at it. And what's going to happen is that, bring this back. Yes, the character at the bottom looking up at it. What's going to happen is that we're going to pan the character down first, and the background is going to kind of pan slower. And that'll help kind of push this verticality and how far away it is and all that jazz. And so we might even just kind of keep the general theming, or the general stylization the same. We have 3 different layers for the background here. So we could have like 3 layers and then the character. So obviously character is there. This would be the farthest background. And then we can have a, like, you know, these autumnal trees just kind of in the mid-ground. So I should grab a color just so I can kind of visualize this a little bit easier. So we have these, and these will move at a different rate than the background. Where's the background? I'm just going to grab a random ass gray that's in this palette for this mountain. That is just a harsh purple. Like, I'm down with it. I think it'll actually look really cool in the final thing, but I don't think I'm going to really do that. We might do a little bit of like a slight red glow at the top, but I don't want any overt gray. I was gonna just poke Balanier. It's like, hey, I'm finally working on your thing. Just letting Felony know to expect something at some point soon today. So we have mountains. Sharp peaks. We have the trees in front. Sorry, it's like not detailing yet, not detailing yet. I almost like what else could we really add in here? Like maybe just like a different set of mountains, like of rocks is like the only thing I can think of as like a mid ground between these two. Might even push this like even higher. Actually, okay, we might do something a little bit different because also this color is really hard to see. I'm just going to use this darker tone. Because I do want this to feel like the super daunting, impossible thing. We could actually have it almost like bending back around. And then kind of give this general vibe that you're like looking really harshly up. Be very careful the shape I'm drawing here. It's a mountain range. Actually, I could even make that part of its own layer. So this could be the middle layer. And this background layer is actually going to be this other part of it that just like, yeah, you know, this might actually work. This might actually work. Nuclear power plant for a moment. Yeah, I'm just drawing a nuclear power plant. So basically, okay, let's make like the quick draft of this animation. That's not the right tool to bring down here. I want timeline, not auto actions. 24 frames per second. There we go. So we're adding in keyframes. Go to those just a second. Do this so I can see what the hell I'm doing. So this one basically doesn't move at all for a while. Then like, let's say just a second in, we add a keyframe of it moving up. Actually, no, we want it. Yeah, no, we'll just have it move slowly up into frame, basically. This one, add keyframes. So this one, like, where do we want this one to start? You know what? You are actually going to start even lower. Delete this keyframe. Keyframe does something for us. So this one kind of starts actually pretty high up. And it starts to move earlier. And it eventually will move all the way down. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that is completely timed wrong. It's like, I think these have to be basically timed at the same time. Like this, they have to be faster for sure. And this has to start higher. And this has to be slower. So just don't move it as far down. Got it. And because I know I'm going to go insane, just seeing all the everything else for sure is words. We will block out all of that just so I can see what we're actually working on. Yeah, so like it's mountain, mountain, mountain. See, right here is where we kind of have a bit of a thing because I kind of want the mountain to feel like it's stretching up, not like erupting up. So, with that in mind, what we can do instead is we can actually, like, let's just delete this. That should not have deleted that. I just realized as soon as I did it. We can make this kind of a similar general shape, but more pointed. Then give it like this cragginess. Don't know if cragginess is strictly what's going to be in this, but you know. Go back, bring back your keyframes, block out the entire everything. Yeah, see, it still just looks like it's something coming out of something else. How, like, there's a very clear energy that I'm picturing in my head. I feel like this might be fixed. This might be doable by like widening this out. So like taking the pieces on the side here. So cut these off. For some reason, it's like my brain is saying like we have to kind of stretch it out as it's stretching up. But I don't think that's actually the solution here. So vertical perspective is basically you have this at the bottom and then, oh, you have this at the top here and then here. So that way all of the angle lines are doing that through it. No, that doesn't give us, that's as though we're looking down at it. Oh my god, why am I totally forgetting the basis of freaking perspective? Oh, because perspective is super freaking hard. So this is our sight line. I want to see the thing at the top. So, you know, we have this big old fucking mountain in here. Sorry, it's like I'm drawing a lot of like what looks like esoteric like symbols, like I'm trying to summon a demon, but I guess I am trying to summon a perspective demon. I'm grabbing my perspective book. This is turning into a thing. This is bugging me. Perspective book. Do you have a table of contents? Yes, you do. Practical uses of cylinders in drawing. Yeah. Unusual perspective might be what we're looking for. 175. Perspective uphill. Okay, 175 or 183. Two. Okay, so everything is vanishing points pointing straight up. Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for. Let's see what's going on with looking uphill. Sorry, I'm just like double checking some shit. Okay. Couple of ideas. Hey, Sasha. How to draw perspective? Draw a pentagram. Sell your soul to Satan. Then you have perspective. Okay, so perspective point way up there. We're just gonna redraw, honestly, all the mountain. Just so everything is kind of going up to that point. All right, so we have like a mountain. It's off the screen. So like, as we pull this down, I genuinely wonder if we can get away with just like slowly making this slope like not conform to this at all. And just kind of bring it straight up. And then put like a cloud cover around it. We'd only see the bottom of the clouds. But I have to get like significantly bigger just because, like, yeah, it occupies less space in the air. Although if it gets bigger, that really implies that it's getting a lot closer than I would really want it to be. Just gonna keep stretching it infinitely up. It's like part of you really wants to make it look like they're standing at the base of the mountain. It's like, we're gonna be climbing this, not it's so far away, we're gonna be approaching this. Because the animation would basically be moving down like that. Can make that a lot slower. So like that's kind of getting the effect, but I feel it just needs a bit more motion to it than just thing dragged down. And I know we're going to have these trees in here as well. So go back to the beginning area. So we're going to be like, looking through these trees. Actually, just size this down real quick. So we had keyframes. These move away a little bit sooner. The tree should disappear faster. All right, let's see how this looks. I kind of want them both to start moving at about the same time. Because our head moves at about, when our head moves, some things don't just start moving first. It's like that kind of has something going for it. We could put a layer in between here and using like, a slightly different one just so I can see what I'm doing. We can put like a different bit of tree cover. Kind of feels more detailed trees, or not more detailed trees. It feels like there's more trees. All right, and now we activate keyframes on this layer. Again, it starts here. A little bit later, we had a keyframe. And it's off the screen. See, why is it starting so much later? Because I did this weird, that's why. Of course I did this weird, and that's why. It's starting so much higher than they really should. I have to make these two different parts and have them split to the sides too, instead of just dropping down. It's kind of moving to the side. And this one gets keyframes. Oh, yep, that sideways motion added a lot, actually. That added a lot. So this one, let's actually have these move almost directly to the side by comparison. This one, you're shifting. You're shifting. All right, let's see how that looks. Okay, we can't even see that left bush at all. Want these ones to start just a little bit higher. We're getting somewhere. It's starting to have a pretty good energy to it. I want these lower, the orange darker trees to move a little bit faster. Or a little bit slower, sorry. Okay. So, next up is I want these clouds to be kind of animated. Kind of animated. Really don't want too much shenanigans for this. If I can please drag this up so I can see better what I'm doing. Hi, welcome to the animation view where most of it is timeline. It's a different type of timeline keyframe, so we can't actually paste that there. That's kind of annoying. Dang it. Okay. So what I have to do is basically delete the keyframes on this. And then we just have keyframes here instead. No, just keyframes on this. Oh my god. I'm just trying to adjust the keyframes on this thing. Fine, I'll manually change your freaking height coordinates. Get fucked. Uh, 4 miles in 21 minutes? Makes 18 miles this week. Fuck yeah. Doing awesome. You might be wondering, hey Zay, why are you doing this so slowly? It's because the slider is an exponential scale for some reason. So if I try and drag the slider, it won't drag the slider in a linear level. It will just be like, oh, you mean you want to go to X 2000, right? Instead of X 500? Because you moved it 40% farther than last time. Okay, and now that we have this as its own individual layer, like its own folder, what I can do is I can actually remove the clouds and make that its own layer, basically. Selection, selection color gambit, this color, okay. Ugh, I have to do that again. Because it was an animation layer. So now that's on its own layer. So it's doing its own thing. Now let's clean up this because it's probably going to peek some through. The goal is to not be very visible. And genuinely, it could end up being like, oh, it's like, so see an active volcano, make it black smoke, or oh, there shouldn't be any smoke at all. Let's see the top of the mountain. I can adjust that because I have this as a different layer. Okay, so we make a animation layer, animation folder. So no, it's a camera. Come on, camera, we want animation layer. There we go. So we copy that up. Make that, turn on onion skin. And now we just have to fill in just like this to look a little bit different. Still want to obscure the tower as much as reasonably possible. All right, And then this just kind of flips back and forth. Loosely, not really much of a pattern. I'm just kind of making it do this so I can see better what I'm doing when I animate this whole bitch. Oh. It's not moving. What? No, it is. It's just up there for some reason. And partially transparent? Like, it's there, but it's, like, not attached to the rest. Like, It's there when I turn off the keyframes. Oh, okay, because that wasn't pure white for one. Much better. Okay, how does that happen? That's a new one. Because I turn off keyframes. There we go. It's up there now. Like, all this is in one folder. And it's all, like, why is this thing just split so separately from the rest? What's annoying is that, like, it's not even moving down when I tell it to, because I have to disable the keyframes, and there you go, it's down here, and I don't think that actually fixes it. It's like, let's just move it down arbitrarily and see what the hell happens. Come on, turn on keyframes. Oh, cool. It's not only down, it's to the right. The only thing I think about is I wonder if it's still trying to use the keyframes that I had originally for... Oh, it's God. There you go, Arceus. It's getting tickled by a mushroom. I almost wonder if it's using the keyframes that I gave it originally, but that aren't used anymore. I wonder if that's like it's changing it. Man, I don't like this. This thing's acting all funky weird. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. What are all of your keyframes? Congrats, you caught God! Alright, so just hit play. It's just gonna kind of bounce between these endlessly, this is good enough. This looks okay. So now if we put these into this folder, so now they have the keyframes of that folder. That is all that's happened here. So it just has its own keyframes. And it's way the fuck up there. What? I don't get it. Is it like, what is the exact keyframes that I have for this thing doing? Like, does changing the keyframe, like, information do that in a weird way? I bring this all the way over here and then hit play. I just don't understand this. And it's like, in order to fix this is like kind of a pain in the ass. But I don't see much of a alternative. So what we do is, for one, we disable keyframes for a moment. We just merge these down as two separate things and then put them back into this folder. Enable keyframes. How's this look? That's with keyframes. No, those keyframes disabled. And it's too high up. I don't... Why is this happening? How you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm just slowly going insane. Nothing new. This animation is just not playing nicely with me for right now. Hope you're well. It's just like artificially not in the right spot. I don't know how it's doing so. Okay. Let's see how this looks. Well, you know what? I'd say that's definitely an improvement. Electric Dark Souls 3. Valid. Oh. Stretch everything, crack my back. Oh yeah, I was supposed to stretch my wrist earlier and then I got distracted, so I'm just gonna do that now. Yeah, so we're getting the vibe that I want. It's just the... Yeah, we're getting the vibe that I want. It's just the, some of the technical stuff is not acting right. And who knows, maybe this isn't even a good way to do this stylization. Maybe it's like we're gonna have to have it super focused in on the thing and just have like what looks like, you know, the mad... like a bunch of the rocks going straight up until like we kind of see the peak or something. But like we're getting to something. We're getting to something. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to like quick render this out. Okay. See the pound of T vigor? I assume it's like just vigor. I don't know what the T. Hey, you know, stay safe. Count sheet. It's a good protein. Oh, okay. Well, how's it? So I kind of have to wait for Valenier to get back to me on this concept before I can really continue this concept. So I got 2 hours. It's like, because I'd love to, like, you know, continue developing this thing, but if it's like no, like, you know, so many parts of it don't really work out, then I'm just going to be like having done a bunch of work for nothing, right? So don't want to progress this too much currently. What do I have my work in progress will be? I do have that one Azel pin up. That might be kind of fun. Sure, I'll open this up. This is as far as we got with this. We didn't even include the spikes or nothing. Gosh, I have to like think for this as well. All right. Let's. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Because this is supposed to be like, you know, burning or something of that nature. So it's like, let's just go in and just add in some details. Want this to look like it's burning. Which I think this is a kind of successful way of doing so. A little time consuming, but it's not like the whole thing is going to be on fire. Disco Inferno. God, Azel would be great at disco, but also not someone you'd want to be anywhere near at the disco. Mostly because she's covered in spikes. So you don't really want to be close to that. Accidentally, you know, lose an eye or something. I don't even know what I'm going to be doing for the fire effects and such. Right now it's just, let's just have some burning bits. Disco Games Last Dancer standing wins. Wow, young adult novels have really taken an odd twist. Guess they all have some type of odd twist, honestly. I can't be too terribly surprised. God, I know that was like a thing that some TV shows and whatnot talked about, is like, you know, last one standing at this dance thing wins. I wonder how prevalent of a thing that actually was. It's like, how often was there a dance till you drop type of event? It's like, I know they must have existed. What do I do? I'm starting to learn right now that I should not have set up a full-length stream. Should have set up a much shorter one just so I can be like, all right, do the stuff I need to do, get out. So I might be ending soon-ish, I don't know. It's like arm is feeling fine, but brain energy is not. God, and tonight, or this afternoon, I guess, I have to go pick up a terrarium. As most of the other shows, usually run the lines of the participants. I was thinking of an actual disco thing. I can't speak to television, I don't watch it. Guess it was a trope for a while to have a dance contest like that. Okay. This is looking nice and burnt. Obviously, I still have to add all the fire and everything. I just don't know how I'm going to do so yet. Let's just see what a add glow layer looks like on top of this. It's not that bad. Probably better off if I use this tool though, just to kind of keep it a bit more wispies. Like that actually looks really nice on here. I guess it's not strictly she's on fire, it's actually kind of the area she's in is on fire. And it's just catching on the clothes and whatnot. Get it? She's hot. Oh, clever. Okay, so we're gonna do. We're gonna possibly ruin the whole thing. And then this flame effect can also be used as the general lighting. Because it is basically what it is. It's just cast light. Like, this is kind of going in a good, good concept so far. This is going in a good direction. Just the way I wanted to be, a million times hotter than TNT. That she do be, though. All right. Well, I mean, that's certainly a nice development on this thing that, you know, I didn't have on it before, which is, you know, cool. Still haven't gotten word back from Felony. I don't know if he's even going to be able to get back to me today at all. Like, I don't know what he's up to or what he's doing, so. It's like 2 hours left in stream. I feel a strong desire to probably unstream soon. You know that there's more fire every time you look, right? Like, give me like, you know, 20 minutes and like the option, and I will always be adding more fire every single time. And I feel like I should probably end stream soon. Just like I'm a bit tired, and if I'm gonna have to drive a ways to go pick up like the fucking terrarium thing. It's not that, you know, oh, I'm gonna be so tired, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna like fall asleep on the road or something stupid like that. Or so just a general thing of like, do I really want to bother with how annoying a drive is later? Alright. Or steel fires too. That's actually a good point, actually. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of wrap up a little bit more of this flame effect. It's like, that's looking nice. I'm digging this. All right, saving that. Probably gonna have to call this a stream. Getting out of it. I feel like it's very clear that we're sucking on chili dogs. But no, it's very clear that I'm losing my brain a bit. So, or at least the energy for it. So let's just kind of go over what we did today. A 15-minute raffle painting for Mark, for Mao, for Seb of their character Maverick, and for Seb of their character Seb, and for Lily. Oh yeah, you do have red hair. Yep, I have red hair currently. No, that's not something we're working on. That's the other thing. We started on this concept for an animation, and then we progressed on a pinup of Azel. So all that. Flipping on the ending screen. Thank you all so much for joining me. Have a lovely rest of your nights, days, whatever it is. I will be later today going to pick up a terrarium that I will be beginning to transition into a dart frog terrarium. I'm going to be getting poison dart frogs in the future. That's going to be fun. I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. So, see you all later on, later times. Tomorrow, oh yeah, that's right. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing the stream with Headspo, but she's not fully certain when she's getting back home. She's currently out on like an adventure with family. They're driving to go pick up like her sister's dog, I believe. So yeah, they don't know exactly when they're going to be getting home. So we might start a little late. Might not even happen at all for all I know. She doesn't know either. So we'll kind of be playing tomorrow by ear. Hopefully it's the regular time, but obviously I'll be saying in the Discord if stuff is going to be late or whatnot. Good night, goodbye, farewell, see yas, and all that jazz.